Hey, Maura McCabe here again, Life with Maura. I was going to do a little experiment. I don't know if it's going to work, but I was chatting, I did my little how I wash my face video the other day. And so I decided to do a little makeup thing. It's not that it's really a tutorial, it's just how I put on makeup. I'm going to do a couple of different things today other than I normally do. And the fact of the matter is, excuse me, my store-bought teeth are sort of bothering me right now. Anyway, I'm actually really only doing it because I feel like crap today. However many days we are into the pandemic, and I don't normally leave the house for work much. Anyway, but I still feel that feeling of like, I am here, I can't go anywhere. I could go for a walk with the dog, which I'll probably do, and that's not really a reason to put on makeup, but I'm going to put on some makeup because I think it'll make me feel better. And that's it. That's all. Anyway, so I'll just start with this. I already did a face wash thing, and I did my little toner and some Retin-A serum, and I did a little bit of what's it called here? I always forget the name of this stuff. It's kind of like liquid Botox, instant firming serum. Because frankly, I was crying a little bit. Puffy eyes. Puffy eyes aren't very attractive. Anyway, next. Oh, what else did I put on? Okay, so I'm going to start with an eyelid primer. When it comes to makeup, I'm kind of random in what I buy and what I use. This is Lorac. I think that's how you pronounce it. Los Angeles. Looks like it's got a little something in there that shouldn't be there. Honestly, I don't know. I think this is good stuff to use, especially if you use powdered eyeshadow, which I do. And I'll just, oh, you know what I should have done? I should have done time lapse. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. I had used my restoring eye treatment on the lids before that. Firming serum underneath. Wasn't exactly, didn't solve the problem entirely, but oh well. All right, so I'm going to put on a little bit of moisture, like day moisture, on my skin, my cheeks, my chin, a little bit on my throat, and that is that. And I'm probably hitting the microphone, making noises. All right, and then we know, as I mentioned before, I think a little BB cream I like. Oh, you know what? I know what I meant to do. I'm going to use this other stuff first. Now I've got the BB cream on my finger, but I'm going to use some e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. It's got pump. It's green. Yeah, it's going to look really weird because I have this red. I don't know how much to use. I have no clue. I have this ruddiness to my Irish skin. I'm a dabber. Sometimes I use a sponge or a brush, depending. It actually is very silky. It's my first time using it. Feels kind of matte. Gives my skin, I don't know if it's making any difference in the color. It's kind of a matte feeling, very smooth and silky. And I have way too much, so I'm going to just put that over there. And now I'm going to do the BB cream right on top of it. I'm not going to wait. I tend to put the BB cream, or essentially it's a foundation, in the same place to protect myself from UV rays. And then also I use it as kind of like a, what would you say? What would you call that? Not contouring, but the opposite of contouring. Like if I want this part of my face to be accentuated and this to kind of fall back. I don't know. And blend it. And then I also often use a little bit of the number 1 BB cream, which has, oops, that's not it. Here we go. This is a really light color, the lightest of the Youth BB cream. And I'll do that in areas like the outer corners of my eye. Don't freak out. The inner corners of my eye. And I'll dab a little bit on the under eye area. And then I'm going to use this this hard candy, more tone adjusting stuff. It's like a yellow color. It's supposed to beat back the red some more. Now, honestly, I'm generally pretty good these days about keeping my spirits up, because I do have a lot to be thankful for. You know, plenty. No shortage of anything really in my household, and I can continue to work my business from home online. I did a live stream interview of a friend the other night. That was great, a lot of fun, talking about her health transformation. So, you know, that's all good. But this time zone, I just feel like anybody, especially when I keep. Anyway, sometimes it's just hard to get motivated. And today was one of those days. So I'm putting on makeup. All right, that's that. What's next? I think I'll do lips. Because I cannot see very well, I'm going to use this mirror, and for no particular reason, I'm going to try this stuff that I got the other day in the 50% off bin, or was it the 90% off? I don't know. Rimmel. It's called a Moisture Renew Universal Transparent Lip Liner, like really white, but I think it just, it's like putting down a base. There's no color at all. Because I have noticed that the liquid lip Wet n Wild Rebel Rose that I like, liquid catsuit matte lipstick, I think it tends to dry my lips out. So I've got these little bumps and scratchy, crunchy parts on my lips on the edges. So I know that there's probably makeup experts out there that are going, what is she doing? It's all wrong. Well, I don't care. Oh well. You can correct me if you like in the comments or whatever. I have very thin lips, and I have looked at tutorials for how to make your lips look fuller, yada yada yada. To be honest, this is a little bit light. I don't know, maybe it's a different batch. To be honest, most of those make your lips, to me, look so weirdly fake and fat and strange. And I am not, I was never gonna get a pouty lip look. At my most youthful. And so, you know, what's the point of trying? My lips are fine. Okay, what else? I got kind of a Cupid's bow. You could call it that. I'll let that dry. I'll put on some, because the primer, my eye primer is now dry. I'm going to put on, what am I going to put on? Like I said, I'm not a real makeup snob. So I'm holding in my hand an Avon True Color Matte Eyeshadow Quad that I probably bought like 3-4 years ago. The brush is looking a little, the foam applicator is looking a little funky. But I basically use a kind of a yellow tone or a flesh tone. So this one or this one is kind of a base and a highlight. So I think today, because I think I need a little, extra something, I'm going to go with the yellowish. And I'm going to put that on first. And excuse me because I can't see. That's mostly going in the brow bone. I'll figure out later if I have the stones to post this thing because I am really clueless. What the heck? Gotta put my glasses on. I have a nice, oh, I found it. Okay. So here's the brush I was looking for. This is the brush with which I apply my sort of pale brown, tan, crease stuff. A little bit. So one thing I have learned also from some tutorials is that as a young woman, it was okay, put it right in there, put it right down on the lid. Well, no, I can't do that anymore. I must put it here. Almost like right underneath the brow bone. Because any kind of dark stuff on the lid, if you have a more mature eye, as I do, anything dark on the lid itself is going to look crappy. It's going to close your eye off and not open it up. So that's just a little bit of brown. I'm into natural looking stuff. I'm not into big, fancy, crazy colors. Oops. And I'm not into pastels and stuff like that. Not bright colors, because I would just look like a weird Easter egg. Seeing as how it's the season with my hair color and my ruddy skin tones and all that stuff, I don't need to go purpley or anything like that. Or green, like some, dark green, like some redheads do. I'm more of a strawberry blonde. Okay, I think I'm done with that. I'm going to do eyebrows, and I dream of someday having my eyebrows, having a microblading done or having tattooed on eyebrows, because my eyebrows have always been light. They've always been like the eyelashes, same thing, disappearing. There's not much going on up there. Their shape is okay. A little scruffy, little gray in there. Okay. So what I do here is I just what do you call this? It's like I'm scribbling. I'm scribbling in the inner part of the brow, and I'm not trying to draw any way of a shape that's perfect. I'm just putting the color underneath the existing hair. You would think I almost sound like I know what I'm doing. I mean, I really have to have other people who have a lot more knowledge than I to thank, like in so many ways. But so I kind of scribble in there, and I kind of go in towards the center, towards my nose bone, and I'm not trying to make it perfect. I tend to stay on the top of the brow here, and I also don't go down all the way to the outside, because that also will drop my eye down. And my eye, the look of my eye is kind of droopy to begin with, so we don't want to accentuate that, right? Ladies, can I get an amen? What the heck has gotten into me? I've never been an extrovert, really, which is kind of ironic, because I've performed. I spent many years of my life performing as a singer, but I'm not an extrovert. You know, I enjoy singing. I love singing. I love music. But when it came right down to it, I was pretty uncomfortable on stage for the first probably 4 or 5 years of my performing life. I would just stand and face the band, and I would look at the band, and I would close my eyes, and I would do all that stuff. So I broke away from some of those behaviors over years. So I'm just now gonna brush the shape out with the other end of this. I'll tell you what it is in a second, because honestly, I don't remember. And my eyebrows, I need some work done here. I need some help from my real professional estheticians and stuff. But for now, oh well, I don't have that. I'm going to do a little more in this eyebrow, because it's harder for me to get the left eyebrow, because I always want to like stab myself in the eye. I mean, I don't want to, but I'm almost running that risk. All right, that's that. Can you see anything I'm doing? Probably not. All right, now I sort of have some eyebrows. Can you see? And at times, if I'm more like full makeup, this is sort of semi-full, I will also use, let me look and see what this is before I put it away. Excuse me, 1 second here. I have no clue, it's all worn off. I'm pretty sure I got it at, maybe somebody knows. I always use like a blonde eyebrow pencil, and I'm pretty sure I got it at Ulta. No clue. But I sometimes will use a liquid, like a little tiny mascara type of thing for the eyebrows, when my eyebrows are a little more under control. And this happens to be an Arbonne product. Light, medium, something. I don't know if they even still make it. My sister sold it to me. Or did she give it to me? Little tiny mascara brush like that. And if I really want to set them and put them, and then I'll do that. But I don't feel like it. Okay, what else? I have some lipstick on. You will notice I don't normally use blush. If I do, I sort of smile and I put a little bit here, and I've been using stick, but I'm not going to bother with that. But I will put on some mascara. I love this mascara. Actually, I'm due for a new container. Is that what you call it? A container of mascara? Like a bucket. I have a bucket of mascara here. This is my Youth Lash Revitalizing and Conditioning Mascara, which I love. Now, I normally, again, wouldn't do the whole milling the mascara thing, because I've heard mixed attitudes and opinions about whether or not you should do that, because, oh, you're just pushing bacteria back in there, blah, 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 blah. you know what? It's my eyes. These aren't going on anybody else's eyes but mine, so I think it's fine. To me, the idea is that it sort of softens it, mills it, the friction warms it up, and I could be totally making stuff up, but whatever, that's why I do it. So here goes the mascara. The lash revitalizing, whatever they call it, which is great stuff. And I don't know if you can see this brush. It's a little goopy because I'm due for a new one, but it's got a short end and a longer end, and it's a hard plastic brush, or hard-ish. It's not like a typical mascara brush, and to me it's awesome. I have to look and see which side I'm using. I start with the short side, and I try to get right there at the base of the lash and work my way up. It's sort of, again, I'm not big into the heavy spider eyes, crazy, you know, eyelash look, because it would just look stupid on me. It would just look ridiculous. Like it got bugs on my eyes. But this works. And sometimes if I'm really feeling like neurotic and OCD, I'll take I'll use a plain, clean mascara brush, or just my fingers, my finger, or a, I don't know, Q-tip or something, and I'll do like this. Ooh, there's my fan again. My number one fan. And then I'll like, or I might, you know, maybe I would have curled them before or something, but eyelash curlers frighten me. Even more than flat irons. So anyway, so to kind of, while it's drying, push it up a bit to give it a bigger, open, brighter eyed look. I probably should have done like a before, after, or just on one side of my face, but I've looked better, huh? I'm just saying. Let's see here. And here's the second eye, and I will be done with my mascara makeup-y thing. And I think you will have had quite enough of me. And now I'm going to go for a walk with the doggy, deliver some eggs to a neighbor. Oops, glomp. That's why I need a new one. Usually it's not like that. I can just kind of spread it out. Anyway, yeah, bring some eggs to a neighbor. Then later on tonight, I'm going to sit down in front of my computer and watch an educational webinar on, a wellness webinar on the coronavirus 101. That will be very interesting, because even though I think we've been reading a lot, we think we know a lot, it never hurts to kind of go back to the experts and go back to the basics and go, okay, what do we do to keep healthy and to prevent this thing from, I kind of messed up here, but here's what I'm going to do. This is like such a mom thing. I got a little mascara on my eyelid. I almost never do on the lower lashes, and I know you're going to tell me that I should, but the shape of my eyes, the shape of my face, the little bit of puffiness with age, it just winds up down there, so I don't do it. I could probably do it with this mascara if I had a new tube. It's a tube. A container, right? I don't know what to call it. Anyway, what else? Okay. And then I'm going to do one more thing. And what is that? Pray tell, Maura, what is it? Don't keep us in suspense, Maura. Oh gosh, where did I put it? I had this other stuff, and I probably left it on the bed. Anyway, what it is a kind of a lip gloss that's like a heavier, almost like a shellac that it doesn't wipe off. It doesn't, yeah. I need a little more of this on my brows. Heavens to Murgatroyd, Mora. I need a little more of that Avon, like that light pale yellowish stuff up there to accentuate the arch there. You know what? Maybe I'll do, I have a before picture. Maybe I'll do an after. Because frankly, without my glasses, I can't see a darn thing. And I don't know if I look better or not. I hope you enjoyed my silly 27 darn minute video. It usually doesn't take me this long. I talk too much. Anyway, thanks for watching Life with Maura. Have a great day. Like and comment. Yada bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I found this stuff. Full-time lip color, spelled in the way of a British or Canadian. And what it is this side is like a, yeah, like a matte lip liquid. And this is kind of like gloss, but it's it does a thing where it kind of sets it. And you know what? I'm probably gonna get some criticism for this too if I post this, but like ageist on my own self, but supposedly more mature women are not supposed to put lip gloss on like this. I don't really like the look of heavy lip gloss, so I'll probably tap it with a tissue or something. That's it. Thanks. Bye.